Hi, I'm Elena Sparrow, the project lead of Arctic and Earth Science, the project that engages learners in STEM using GLOBE and NASA assets while exploring the impacts and feedbacks of a warming Arctic. I am at the International Arctic Research Center at the University of Alaska Fairbanks that sits on Troth Yeda, the land that has been long and well stewarded by the Tanana Dene people. The audiences we serve are primarily in rural and indigenous communities and the youth they serve, including pre and in-service teachers and K-12 youth, informal STEM educators, and leaders and others, and community leaders such as elders, tribal, or town council members. And the secondary audience are the educators and students in other communities that are underserved in STEM. So our Arctic and Earth Science objectives are to develop a high-quality climate change education program, engage educators and community members in learning experiences to model best practices, and to engage youth and community members and educators in locally and globally important science, while they apply this new learning on the impacts of a changing global climate. So we developed a learning model that is based on indigenous knowledge, GLOBE and NASA, to make STEM learning locally relevant and impactful. And so we begin with students listening and learning from their elders or from local experts before they begin to explore and then experiment. And then they use GLOBE and NASA when they go to exploring or designing their experiment and then applying what they have learned. So the publication that we have that better describes this inquiry model is given in the bottom of the slide. We also have developed culturally responsive curricula, and this is just a sample of one of the curricula, the birch ecosystem, where the curriculum from the Association of Interior Native Educators is the base, and then GLOBE is then braided in to the curriculum. And it's based on the Athabascan values, and there are essential questions and cultural standards included with the science and education standards. We have conducted many Arctic and Earth Science workshops and served many formal and informal science educators and had students engaged in climate change learning using the Arctic and Earth Science activities. The reach map that is being shown only reflects the reach for the teachers and educators and community members that have been involved in the Climate Change in My Community course and the pre-service teacher workshops, which are in purple. And so this does not include the many mini workshops that we have conducted. The Meet the Scientist sessions are with NASA Science Matter experts, connecting to students in real time, discussing research of mutual interest. And a teacher who was interviewed says that the Meet the Scientist session exposed the students to a new scientist, to a real scientist, and it's always great to bring the larger world and universe into the classroom. Here's some student outcomes, and where the students were, most of them were motivated to participate in the citizen science or stewardship project because they wanted to help their community. And the students made the greatest gain in their critical thinking skills. These are examples of youth teams, both from the informal, the Boys and Girls Club of Metlakatla, and formal high school students from Cuitlac. And the teams present locally to their community, as well as regionally and internationally. This is another example of data that's being used in a project for a community project. The tribal administrator used the NASA data to prove rising water levels and was able to advocate for themselves and able to get a federal grant to help the village address a climate change issue. These are the outcomes for educator and community members. 77% increased knowledge of the workshop content, 48.2% increased overall understanding of climate systems, and 70% of the experts involved believe this project provided opportunities for mutual learning among the participants, the partnering scientists, indigenous content experts, and educators, and that 95% of the experts reflected about the relationships that have been built within the team and among the community teams that came to participate. So in the new phase, the SIA 2, we have a new co-I, Melinda Chase from the Association of Interior Native Educators, and Greg Cahill from the School of Education. And we have more partners, new partners, and also we will increase collaborations within the NASA SIA network. And we would like to more fully develop our braided program and co-production efforts, tighten alignment of the braided culturally responsive curriculum, the Meet the Scientist sessions, and the Climate Change in My Community course, and continue the other activities that we've been doing, the pre-service training and advancing national education goals, including the diversity, equity, inclusion, and access goal, and as well as the evaluation efforts. And of course, we will continue building trusting relationships within and among community teams and project team. Thank you.